We're talking about the first step of acceleration when we talk about speed. But in football, in tennis, in many other sports, we have a lot of movements where we actually have to move sidewards, where we have lateral movements. Hi, my name is Carsten from Thunder Speed Academy. In this video, we want to focus a little bit on the lateral movements and how we can make this easier for the players, how we can make this faster for the players, and also how can we protect the players from getting injured. In the first video, she's braking with the outside foot, the foot that is closer to the line. And then you see that actually her body is following this movement before she's going back into the other direction. And in the second video, you see that she's actually braking with the foot that is further away from the line. We call it the inside foot. And then you see that her body is not going over the line, but it stays already in the position where she's pushing off next into. She's already leaning into the direction she needs to run next. And this is actually also injury prevention. She has less stress on her knee structure, and therefore she's protected better when she's changing direction. And because this is so important, we will show you some drills how we can help the players to make this kind of lateral movements, to learn how to brake on the correct foot to make it safer for them. The first drill is a drill we are using a lot in our warm-up procedure. Now here I'm standing in front of her, throwing the cones after her. She has to stay within the two marks, left and right, on the line. By moving left and right, she's trying to avoid that she gets hit by the cones. In the second, we see a variation where I'm throwing the cone first high, and then second cone will go after her. Now that she not only has to focus on me, she also has to focus high and then refocus to me. And that's what we sometimes have to do in the game. The ball is kicked high, so we have to follow with our eyes. At the same time, we should not lose the connection with our environment, and doing this gives an extra effect on the coordination and that we can do this quicker. The next drill can also be part of your warm-up. It can also be part of a special session when you're focusing on the lateral movements. In this drill, Novali will move on a signal that I give her. The moment she will move to the stick, she will touch it and go back in position. She will, on the second signal again, touch the stick and go back in position. And on the third time, she will go touch the stick and then go into a full acceleration for about 5 to 6 meters. What we're doing here in this session is that she's learning how to brake correctly before changing direction by touching the stick and going back into the position, and then also from this position to go into a full speed acceleration. This drill you should do on both sides so that she's not moving only to the left side but also to the right side. So always when we do these kind of drills, you should apply them on both sides. In the next exercise, she will have one of our basic drills where she's moving with a cross step to one side. So this is a highly coordinative exercise because it's difficult from this side with the cross steps with the acceleration to change into the other side. In the next exercise, she's making a 90-degree turn. So these kind of change of directions into an acceleration, that is also one of the key things we have to have in our training to help the players to become faster when changing direction. In the second video, you see exactly the same setup. She's doing the same exercise, but now we have one ring she has to touch in between one and the other ladder. So therefore it's just giving an extra impulse where she has to make an extra move, and this is then just a variation to make it a bit more complex, to create a little bit more of a challenge. The last exercise in this episode is into the strengths exercises. So what she's doing here is that she's moving over the step board. She's basically bouncing over the step board. Then she has to go down under the stick and then to change direction and do it again into the other direction. So this is a highly coordinative exercise, but also due to the position she's reaching when she's under the stick, she has to develop the power to accelerate into the other direction. So this kind of movements is extremely important to improve the speed in lateral direction. So these drills are a little bit focusing on sideward movements. This is one of the key things that you need, not only for football, every sport, which is not only going straight lines, like 100-meter run. So these kind of things we should also have in our training sessions, because it will help the player to move faster on the pitch. If you're interested in more tips and more videos, check out our website, check out our YouTube channel. There you find a lot more interesting videos that you can use for your own training, or when you're a coach that you can use with your players. Thanks for today. See you next time.